What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Toys, episode 4. So, the first few episodes, we talked about McFarlane Toys, Super 7. I thought this week, why not go back in time and talk about Kenner Toys, specifically DC? And I thought to myself, who better to join me than who I consider one of the Mount Rushmore of DC collectors out there. You might know him on the DC Infinite Hour with Ahsoka the Geek and Brad the DC Universe Geek. The one, the only, Rob D Toys. Let's give a hand for Rob D Toys. Welcome, buddy.
What's up?
Welcome back, I should say, actually.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah. Thank you, dude, for joining me tonight talking about Kenner Toys, specifically DC.
Yeah, it's where the passion started, right?
Yeah. I would say when I think Kenner, I think like two main things like Star Wars and DC. I know they have other properties, but those are the two main ones that stick out to me.
Yeah, Kenner had a lot of hits actually. Like I used to love getting the booklets. In fact, I had a booklet somewhere. I don't have it around, but it would page through and give you like the hot list of everything that's coming out. Like they did everything from like Sky Commandos to like Silverhawks, which was one of my favorites. And yeah, the Batman was probably their hottest. I think they do the Ghostbusters. I'm thinking that they did.
I think
because didn't Kenner eventually become Hasbro?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have their wiki pulled up just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 91 to 2000 they
like Hasbro bought them out, something like that. I don't know.
Like their parent company, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in that vein, I'm getting a little bit of delay on your end. Am I delayed on your end or no?
No delay.
No, okay, cool. All right. Hang on one second. Is it okay if I pull you back in?
Yeah.
All right. Screen froze. All right, hold on a sec.
So, am I still delayed?
Yeah, it's like a black screen right now. Totally.
Pull me out. Let me fix my settings, and I'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right, cool. So while he troubleshoots his camera, I do want to share my first Kenner Toys. So I was out in the West Coast recently, and the one I picked up was this old school. I'm sure some of y'all might remember this. It's from Batman the Animated Series. It's one of the popular Kenner lines, in my opinion, in the 90s. But this one was a Mr. Freeze one. And once I get Rob back on here, I'm sure you'll probably know, like he'll probably have most of these figures on here, but they had typically 5 points of articulation, kind of similar how Toy Biz had their Marvel line. Kenner went heavy into the DC side with Batman. There's been a bunch of spin-off stuff. So it's funny when people talk about how McFarlane Toys does a lot of Batman. They obviously didn't live through the 90s when DC and Kenner specifically made a lot of Batman figures. But some of the notable ones that people might still have are like these like vehicles, which are pretty dope. But yeah. And then the other parts of this one that I was eventually going to do a review on this, but I think I might keep it on card. Wow. All right. While we wait for Rob to join us back on here, we will get started here in a second. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, check out my Hush Batman review I did recently. It's crazy because this, out of all the figures, was like the heart. Like it's already sold out. Like if you go on their website, oh, there he is. Okay.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, and I saw your comment. Drink that water.
So, is there a delay now?
No, you're clear now.
What figure we're holding up?
Oh, Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
Mr. Freeze, the classic one.
Yes.
And I was just mentioning how some of the stuff in the back, I'm sure you probably had. Like, I had the Batman on the motorcycle.
Yes.
I was just mad that I couldn't take him off the bike, though.
Yes, I totally agree. I was infuriated with that because the Dark Knight collection had a Batmobile or a Bat Cycle that, in fact, I'll just show it right now.
Let's get started with the show and tell. Here we go.
So that was the Dark Knight collection.
There's wings on it?
Yeah, you can take. I took the wings off, just made it look, a little more sleeker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came with wings. But yeah, I totally agree with you. I wanted a Batmobile or Bat. I keep saying Batmobile, Bat Cycle, without the figure on it.
Now, did you have the Mask of the Phantasm figures on there too?
I have all. I was going to start from the beginning.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Got a little show and tell going on here.
So my first, since I was born in the late 70s, so early 80s kid, obviously. Superpowers, Super Friends show. And I had a lot. I had the Hall of Justice and a lot of the figures like Hawkman and stuff. The Superman, Batman, name them all. But my favorites I still have. So like, my face. I gotta hide my face. There. So he's really loose. Kenner was known for having. There goes.
That doesn't look like Jason Momoa.
No. So you squeeze the hands and the legs like he's swimming.
Oh my gosh.
They had an action feature.
Usually it's the legs you squeeze and something happens in the
right. But it's so old. It's like loosey-goosey now. So it is what it is. But I am a huge fan of the classic costume. So this still will forever be one of my favorites. I have lost the bow a long time ago, but I do have Ollie.
Green Arrow, yeah.
And I guess I could find a bow online. I just never had.
Now, what's his gimmick or just squeeze his legs and just
yeah, he brings it up. Which this body was used to make the Robin Hood movie figures.
Really?
So if you look at the Robin, it's almost like, no, not Men in Tights, but like the Kevin Costner one, the Prince of Thieves. Like they use this body. And then of course one of my all-time favorites is. There he is.
There he is. Kyle Rayner.
Yeah. He'll beat you up. It's the Howl Show, bro.
Yeah, so these are all superpowers, right?
Right. Yeah.
When you compare like the retro stuff we're getting now, like how do you feel like when it compares to stuff back then? Like
I'm very pleased with it. Like what McFarlane's doing is awesome. I know people are going to complain, but I never really liked the action features of figures. Yeah, because what happens is like they get so loose, like because you've played with them for so long. I prefer the non-action heroes, like just the typical standard. I think they hold up better in the long run, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, because you're not constantly moving hinges and stuff like that or joints.
Yeah. So I mean, the only thing with McFarlane is I wish that the legs were further apart, and I know that's a gripe because like you can see it here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wide stance.
Yeah, compared to like the McFarlane stuff, but the bodies are pretty much the same. But yeah, I grew up. I had the Batmobile, the Batcopter, stuff like that. So I kind of wish that I might hunt down the Batmobile at some point, but I don't know. I got so much as it is.
So that was your first venture into the stuff in Kenner's line was the superpowers?
Yes.
And then what did it morph into after that?
So it died down. It like trailed off in the late 80s with the superpowers. And then Batman 89 came out and nobody had the license, I think, at that time. So they gave it to Toy Biz, which I have. and they weren't happy with like Warner Brothers DC wasn't happy with the toys that came out, so they were like, Kenner, what can you do? Kenner said, hey, we have a plan. So what they did was they took the body of the Superpowers Batman.
So really, that's what happened. They were like, "Yeah, we don't like these figures from Toy Biz." So
Yeah.
here's
So then they took the Batman from the Superpowers, updated the features to a little bit more Michael Keaton, like with the belt and the boots.
yeah,
Um, and this doesn't have any action features, which I like. This right here was probably my most played with action figure of all time.
really, and it still holds up
Yeah,
well then, because no
yeah,
action feature.
yeah. It's still pretty tight and stuff. I was never one to like bang my action figures together. Like I always had like storylines, and like I was kind of a dork. Like I would make my storylines, and then where I stopped is where I picked back up the next time I played. So I had to like this one long continuous thing, and then like if I knew that there was going to be figures that I wanted to get, I would like work them in as like a cameo first. Like, okay, this is what's coming up. Like, I really knew that I wanted to get the Robin in during the Batman Returns toy line,
Mhm.
and I didn't have it at the time, but I had a GI Joe, and yes, it's a smaller scale, and he had a beard, and it was like the winter guy. I don't know the name. Um, so I made him like he found him like in the Arctic, even though it wasn't like technically Dick Grayson type thing. And then he's clean shaved, and he became a crime fighter, and it was like whatever. but
That one day, dude, we're gonna have to like share stories because mine was like I had Egon helping out the X-Men to fight the Ninja Turtles to fight Hulk. Like I had a whole
yeah.
storyline too, man.
So before we get into Batman Returns, um, so they did the Dark Knight collection, which was of that figure that I just showed you.
Mhm.
Um, Kenner likes to reuse things a lot, so I'm just going to show you. Like I keep. So this is why I'm so anal. I keep everything in the plastic bubbles that they come with.
Yeah.
So that's why everything looks pretty much brand new for the most part. But they took this gimmick from the Silverhawks, and I'm going to hide my face, and you click,
It's a
boom, and then
it's a little oh, okay. It's a little blurry, Rob, but we're good. Like the connection, but you can still
okay.
make it. Yeah. So I had this
So
one actually grown up too.
yeah, I loved it because it's he does that in the movie and everything. So I have my connection at 1080. Should I drop it down, or yeah, 1080? I don't know if I can drop it down anymore. I have it set to 720 on here.
Yeah.
Should I do 480 or just leave it where it's at?
No, you can just leave it at 720 if that's what it's set at
Okay.
because I think that's the highest presets.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah.
Jerry, someone says those look cool. Are they 4 inch?
Um, and I just dropped. I think they're like, I think so. I don't know the exact measurements. It might be like 3 3/4, maybe 4.
Yeah, I would say about 4 or 5 inches.
Um,
But did you get the Spin Master like Batman toys last year? Because there was one toy that reminded me
no.
of that gimmick where he's got like the collapsible wings,
Yeah,
but
no,
it wasn't the same thing though. Yeah.
no. And then one of the things that I always loved is so the quick change face. So if you put like hot water or cold water, he changed his face into like a more of a flesh tone. And I do have the helicopter piece over here. I have these on display without the accessories because I don't display them with accessories.
Wait, so
You
if
know,
you dip it in water, he changes colors on his
yeah,
face?
his head will change to like like in the movie when he had the skin tone color, and then he got thrown water, and he's like, ah, my face, and then it was
Yeah.
like white underneath. Well, that's kind of like the gimmick for this.
I kind of wish they'd do
So
that again. Actually, that sounds cool.
yeah, yeah. So and like we never got like a traditional color Jack Nicholson. I think this was like what they did, but I think this is also using the superpowers. I feel like this is not though. I feel like this is a new tool. And then the one that you have,
Oh no, man.
which
Froze on
is
Joker.
oh no, can you see me?
Nah, it just froze on you holding Joker.
Ah, I'm sorry,
No, don't worry about it, man.
but you can hear me.
I can hear you, yeah.
All right. Trying to think, like it's set to 30 frames per second. I could maybe just do my not use my camera and use my webcam. It's going to be lower quality, but I could do that.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So
Thanks for
I'll drop me out, and I'll fix this.
Sounds good. All right. Cool. I need to start using at some point I'm going to download the technical difficulties from Batman the Animated Series when Joker hijacked Gotham. Either that or I'll use the one from the Joker movie. But let's do this. What we're going to do while we wait for Rob is check out the list of stuff that Kenner did have part of their licensing. So they had a crap ton of stuff. So what's up, Halby? Says Jack Nicholson like expensive, right? Yeah, that's what I heard, dude. Okay. What's up, Rob? Sorry, I was going over the different licenses.
Hey,
It's wide angle, Rob. Wow.
it is. It's my my laptop, so you can see more.
I'm
I guess.
sorry, man.
And it's not blurry. No, it's all good. I think out of all of us in DC Infinite Hour, I'm the one that always has the problems anyway. So. I'm trying to use like high tech stuff, and it just doesn't work. I guess the connection, the Wi-Fi, and
It's
whatever.
because we use this. Do you guys use StreamYard also?
Yeah.
Because we were using basic streaming. That's why we're not cut up to your technology yet, bro.
So as I was gonna say, like you have this one because I watched your review, but
oh, there it is.
Yeah, look, I don't even have to change like my face, hide my face. I usually display it without the mask just because like I already have Batman with his mask on, and you know I like the Keaton face. I always thought this looks pretty good for, you know,
yeah,
for Keaton,
especially for that time. And then you told me which part I missed on that suit. It was the Batman look.
Yeah. So let me try and take this off. Actually, you know what? I have something else that I can show that has that same logo. Okay. So Ahsoka just bought this at WonderCon. Boom.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now this is a Batman Returns, I believe. So before I get to that, let me show the last thing from Batman, the Dark Knight collection, which I already showed you the Bat Cycle. So that was something cool. And then the 89.
Whoa.
Which I always thought was cool because you could flip
the guns.
The guns. You just push here, and then they flip, and then you have the turrets.
Are you gonna customize the new one to put that on there? Yeah.
Nah. And then you push this button, and then that fires a missile. This is obviously a one-seater, but it's still pretty cool. And then one of my favorite things right back here is you push that, and then boom.
Is that the? Yeah.
I wish McFarlane did that because it's such a dope feature. And then when you drive, it spins, right?
The actual wheel spin. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's still to this day my favorite Batmobile, or I should say, movie Batmobile.
I know where you're going with this. That's why you said movie Batmobile.
So, So back to so then when the movie came out, they transitioned to Batman Returns figures, and we get I think that was part of this. So this is the quick change coupe. So you put your Bruce Wayne figure in here,
Was this in
and
the movie? I'm
no,
trying to remember. No, I was about to
no,
say.
this is just toys. So this was essentially this is the figure that Ahsoka did not get. He needs to find this. But see the what looks like wavelengths
Yeah.
on his shirt. It's actually a bat. See that?
Yeah, it's like a curved bat, like if it was
Yeah,
an italicized. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's really awesome. So like you put this guy in here, and then you pull this spoiler back,
Whoa,
and then it
what?
pops out, right? And then I'm trying to see how I can show this best. And then so the Keaton figure is now back here, but then you have like your Batman figure in here. So it's kind of
What?
cool.
It
And
like
then
shoots it to the back and then
yeah,
like
and
yo.
then you have like these rocket missiles and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's an awesome
Oh wait,
coupe.
so he comes back up to the front. So
Yeah.
how is that like that's freaking
So
wild.
it's basically when you pull this, it moves. Let's see if I can show you. So like, see how it's like moving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
No,
I'm
no, you're
trying to
good.
show. Anyway,
That's cool. Yeah.
so then with Batman uh, Returns, we
What's
got
up,
another
Boncho?
vehicle, which is like this Robin sled.
Oh gosh.
Um,
This looks like the least interesting one of all
I think this is
those.
actually pretty rare nowadays because I think they lost the mold to this or something, and it's like in the shape of a bat too. It's kind of
Okay.
interesting. But he like stands because there's foot pegs here.
That's
But yeah,
wild.
so
That is-
luckily I found most of these at Hills, which was a department store back in the day. And
oh wow.
so I got boom. He's my favorite.
Let's see this one. Is that the one with the green cape? Or what
No,
is
it's black and it's the Tim Drake. Like, what's funny about this is that it's
Soft
supposed to
goods.
be, yeah, and it's supposed to be the Waynes, one of the Waynes brothers, I think.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he was going to be, so that's why he's got like the flat top.
Is that what it was? So like Tim Burton's like third Batman. Yeah, he was supposed to have one of the Waynes as
Yeah,
Robin.
yeah, and I love this because it was I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first Tim Drake figure that we ever got.
No, I
And
think it is because everything else up until that point was Dick.
yeah, and I love this figure. It was like so awesome. And I love the capes that Kenner did, I should say. Sorry, I'm looking at my camera. I should be looking here.
No,
With the clips.
it's like the plastic ring, right?
Yeah. Cape Master is doing that. So shout out to him as well. And then of course, like with Kenner style, they all come with these gimmicks. Like this is like a launch thing that you stick on his back, like
Yeah.
grapple. Am I going too far? Like, do you want to show anything that you have?
All I had was Mr. Freeze, and the other thing I had that was still Kenner was that review I did of the quick change Batman.
Okay.
But I do want to say what's up to my buddy Boncho. What's up, dude?
What's up?
So what's up to you? It's part of Lost Cause Collective. And then Albie says Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin.
That's it.
I didn't know they made a flat top for him on that figure, so that's why he was supposed to.
Yeah, like because in the comics, like I can't remember if he early on had like a flat top or if I think he just had like messed up hair, kind of like this, like because it was the early '90s, right? Or
He said like this,
early 90s, like this.
Have you heard of the Offspring?
Yeah. So this figure was hard to get because I hardly ever saw her.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Because my sister, so my parents took us shopping to Toys R Us back in the day, and like she had that one, but I didn't know it was hard to find.
I couldn't find it in my area. Maybe yours was different. And then
I remember hitting myself in the face with that whip though, and that shit hurt.
Yeah. I dropped one of the missiles. Anyway, So I also had the Wayne Manor, the first version that had the Bat Cave and Penguin's Lair, or whatever, or maybe it's Joker's Toxic, whatever. I have it in the way back. I was gonna bring it out, but I didn't want to like dig through all of my stuff. But I do have,
Yo, yeah.
yeah,
Danny
which I
DeVito himself.
which I never liked that they didn't do a proper Danny DeVito one. This is obviously the Superpowers version, just recolored. So it is what it is.
The
You know?
umbrella gimmick's cool though.
Yeah, it is cool. And then one thing that I thought was really cool that they did is the penguins.
Yo, that's right. They came with penguins. I forgot.
Yeah.
I
And
wonder,
I
Rob,
dropped.
would it be easier if I did this? If I did, hold on. If I did
What's
like
up?
the portrait
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah, all right,
That
cool.
works.
That's better. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, shout out to another goat in the community. What's up, Josh from before?
What's
So
up, Josh?
dude? What's up, you?
So then with the movie, we got. I know Ahsoka has this as well. The Bat ski boat.
You were telling me about this. I was like, wait, bat ski boat?
Yeah. You put the figure in there, and it's in the sewer. Like it's like going down the sewer.
When he finds Penguin's lair, like in the
Yeah. He's like, I think he's in this thing, and it shoots the missiles. It's got landing gear that pops out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's wild, man. I miss toy gimmicks on these things, dude.
yeah.
Penguin Commandos.
The one thing that was nice about this one is it came with the Bat logo like already stamped on it. The one thing I will say about me is that personally I don't like the Bat logos on stuff because like he didn't have it in the movies. I know like these toys came with stickers for that stuff, but I was like, I'm not putting it on my toys because that's not how it looked in the movie, you know?
So you were that guy, huh? It's not
Yeah.
movie accurate. Actually,
exactly.
It's a good thing you don't collect Legends, dude, because all those MCU stuff are always like renders.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where to go with this next. Okay.
You're on the vehicles, brother. Go, keep going deeper.
I'm gonna move on to I'll show. Sorry, I have to get out of frame so much.
No, it's cool.
I got
to see the
stuff
collection
everywhere.
in the back.
So then came Legends of the Dark Knight, where they did a lot of crazy stuff like Future Batman, Pirate Batman, and all this deep dive Batman, whatever. As you know, Kenner loved to reuse the mold, so you had a lot of variants, right? And I had a lot of them. In fact, I got rid of most of my Dark Knight collection variants just because I was trying to like make space. So I kind of regret it now, but I had like, the deep dive Batman from the Dark Knight collection and so forth. And they were really fun. It's just, it got overwhelming. So I tried to keep just Batman, like the Batmans that I had and that I played with. But the Dark Knight collection, Legends of the Dark Knight collection was cool too. They were a bigger scale. I think they were like 5-inch. They didn't have any features, but they did come with weapons and stuff. And it was like really zany type, like I said, pirate Batman. And they had the Scarecrow, which looked really crazy, and Bane. And they were kind of like pre-posed in some of these like poses that I just didn't really like. And they never had like a good Batman base. They had one, but he was like roided out and the cape just never sat on him really properly. And I never liked it. But the one thing I did like that I kept was this Batmobile.
Yeah, this was the one you're showing me, the silver one.
Yeah.
This is the Tesla version of the Bat.
Yeah, right. And then this
dude.
opens up, and then put Batman in there. But yeah, and then this fires out. But this is about the only thing that I have from the Legends.
So it wasn't your fondest, like it wasn't your favorite one from Kenner. from that period.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have any boards, because I do keep sometimes the boards
Yeah.
to this stuff. They also did Total Justice. I apologize. I did not keep any of my Total Justice,
No, that's all right.
but for fun, I do have like
I,
the
he
board.
has the card, the blister card. Boncho was
So
saying back when you were talking about the penguin, he's like watching penguins drag DeVito to the water bummed me out bad as a kid.
yeah.
Same here,
So
man.
so like I had all of these, and they had a variant to Aquaman. He had like silverish armor here, and then he also had gold armor on his chest. It was the first time I think we got Kyle Rayner and Wally West as Flash, so that was always cool to see. And then I think there was a Parallax as well.
It's crazy. I had that Robin one, but I
Yeah,
used him as Dick Grayson. I didn't use him as Tim.
Hey, that makes sense, man. So then moving in, the Legends of the Dark Knight. So the ones that I did keep, I have two, because it was the first time that I didn't remember them doing Nightfall.
Azrael.
Yeah, and then again, these are pre-posed, like I said. I didn't like the pre-posed.
What year was this? This came out, you'd say probably like mid-90s?
Shoot. Yeah. I was probably 16. So 94, 95, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I think I was working at Kmart at the time. That's how I got these, because I was working in the toy department.
This freaking dude got the blue light special on all these toys.
Yeah. So so then they made the Knight's End version of Azrael. This one actually this actually came out first, then this one came out. So
yeah, I mean, even though it's pre-posed, I still like that Azrael. The other one, sorry, that one's the
it's
cape's
nice.
removable.
Yeah. This one, the cape's removable too.
Oh, nice.
But I was saying, this is what they should do. I want a final armor Azrael from McFarlane. Like, now this toy doesn't have it. He had like the machine gun, like from here to the back of his here. If you have DC Classics, Mattel did I want to say a final version. Yeah, they did the final version of Azrael with the spiked like cape and everything like that. But this was like the first version of that. And they could even do like a blue version, because it was blue first, and then I think he fell into fire or something, and then he became red. I don't know. DC likes to do the blue and the red.
Some
stuff.
red dye coming
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to Darth Primus. He says, "Sup, Pack and Rob? I still have my Dark Knight figures. Nice."
Yeah.
This is backtracking to that Batmobile you showed earlier from the Dark Knight. So I didn't have that one, or never seen that one.
Yeah, it's interesting. That line, I don't think it did well, which is why most people probably don't remember it. Where should we go from here? I
hope you're moving into the other territory. This one.
Should we do Man of Steel?
Yeah, we'll get Superman out of the way, then we'll get to Batman after that.
Okay, so Man of Steel was like after the death of Superman, and then we got into it was the first time seeing like the Pretenders and stuff like that. And again, I had so many of these figures that, like, they had a trench coat Superman, they had solar suit Superman. I didn't keep any of that. They did have the black suit, yes, because I have that right here.
There we go. My bad. I messed up your your segue to that figure.
But I only kept the ones that actually look like the figure. Like, now this did come with
look at the mullet.
Hey, but you gotta love the S, man.
I know, that's
and this was the first time, I think. No, they did plastic capes in the Legends of Dark Knight. But this might be the first time Superman has had like plastic capes. And then I think it can come off.
Oh wow.
It had just like the peg holes to put it in. Um, but if you squeezed his legs together, or no, or you just lifted up his arms, he could do like a flying.
Yeah. That I don't know what it is, but having the logo on the back of the cape really makes it.
It does. It really does. Like, and then he came with chains, which I never liked.
I know you didn't really care much for the gimmick, dude, but like, did you care for the accessories they came with?
Yes. Yeah,
Really?
I
Okay.
like the accessories. Like Conduit was like he was a very new villain at the time. He grew up with Clark and became a villain. And then what I loved about this figure is like I'm starting to get. I have to get used to this. Okay, so it had his face underneath.
You want me to
And
go back to landscape mode? Or you
no,
cool?
no, no, it's all good. I just gotta put it in front of my face. And then he had like this wheel on the back.
Oh, is it like a gear? Then it like yeah, it swings. I had that for another DC figure. I'm trying to remember what it was though.
But yeah, he has like these like power line tentacles and stuff. His, but
That was smart keeping the clamshells, dude, because that way it
yeah,
stays organized with
well,
the
yeah,
accessories.
because like I didn't use like every kid has a dresser in their bedroom, right? I never use mine for clothes. I just use mine for toys. I just put levels of these clamshells in
Yeah.
each drawer. And then I had like a cubbyhole one that was a square, and then I just like layered it all up. And then I used my closet for comic books, and then also for just my clothes. Like I would
Oh,
hang my t-shirts and my jeans.
I thought
And
you were gonna
then
say your CDs or your
yeah,
cassettes.
no, I had a television in my room actually, so like I just had like a little mini entertainment center that I put stuff in. So then we got
Oh, Superboy.
Superboy. Um,
What
we
was his
never
gimmick?
we never did, I think, get correct me if I'm wrong, those in the chat. I don't think we got a cyborg Superman. He didn't have a gimmick. He was just a straight up like great action figure.
That's pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they redid him with King Shark, which I didn't get because I already had this one. But looking back now, I was like, that was King Shark's first appearance. So, like,
Damn.
especially in toy. Well, it was in the comics. His first appearance was in there, but also we got Steel.
Steel. There we go.
And he had that same gimmick. So cape.
Spinning hand. It spins the yeah.
Yeah, you put that. I thought maybe, or maybe you just squeeze the legs. Yeah, I think it's the squeeze the legs, but it never really worked that well.
See, those would kind of bother me, honestly, man, because I don't really like it when like the
hand.
Yeah. I know
So,
Power Rangers had a couple of those that I had. Same, like it broke over time though.
but again, like these were the first time we got these. They did have a mail away for Eradicator, but I lost interest by that time.
In Superman or just in toys?
In that toy line.
Okay.
I had moved on. But they did come out with some 2-packs, which was Battle Damage Superman.
Wait, let me zoom in. Is that blood?
I don't think so.
Oh no, okay, never mind. It's I thought it was the thing on his belt. I thought that was.
But what I find it funny is, I mean, he did have a hunter prey storyline because he has a mullet here, but he came with a pre-posed Doomsday.
Oh snap! That Doomsday still looks nice.
Yeah, and I think this might again be the first Doomsday we've ever gotten.
Wow.
And his arms move, and you can swivel him at the waist, but that's it. And his head moves, but his legs do not.
Okay.
So, but
that
they're
still
like
looks rad.
They're like fighting each other.
Yeah. Was it packaged in like that?
Yeah,
like the DCUC boxes had them.
Yeah. And then they did a Hunter Prey style Superman, which I loved this costume. In fact, McFarlane, if you're listening, We need a Superman in this body
in that.
armor. The Hunter Prey Dan Jurgens body armor. And again, the S.
The
This is
S in
always
the
important, people.
name.
We need the S. What did Josh say? Was
He
Man of
said,
I see. I'm not too sure. I
oh,
want to
because of
say,
his Spawn line, right? Yeah. Then he had like
yeah,
Wildcats and
yeah. I want to say Superman was around 96, 97.
so right after, okay, because I think Spawn came out what 2000
Yeah,
or 1994, I think.
and then I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of
I
this
think.
villain, but he was in the 90s,
Is
and
that
then they.
Mongol?
No, it's not. It's not
That's,
Mongol.
that looks like
Uh,
Mongol.
but they also were
A
packaged
set.
together as a set. Yeah. So
Uh,
then that. Oh, one last thing, and I think this goes with Man of Steel. If not, then it goes with. I think it goes with Man of Steel. Then they reused this because they like to reuse things. I keep looking up there. I should be looking here.
Look to the skies, my friend. Albert says the one you're talking about steals looks better than the Shaq steel. Do you have any of those?
No, I don't.
Come on,
Sorry.
Rob.
Is the quick change coupe
For
for
soups?
Clark? Yes. And they reused this
Yo,
for the animated line, which I never got. I never got into.
what?
Yeah, I know. I
I
never got
had
into.
some. Actually, not now.
But this one came with. Are you ready for it?
Dean Kane.
No. Clark Kent.
Yo, with the
Ponytail.
ponytail. Oh my god, yo, no way,
Hell yeah.
dude. You know what's funny? Can you hold that up real quick?
Yeah.
Like
Which the back or
the figure itself, like he looks like freaking if front facing, he looks like Henry Cavill.
I could kind of see that. So then it's the same like concept as the Batman. You pull on the spoiler, which is now a Superman logo,
Yeah, I can see that.
but it doesn't have missiles. It just like has like it can fly, and you have
All right,
Superman.
there's the S.
Yeah. So like I said, they reuse this for the animated line, and then it could actually shoot discs. I think if you squeeze these two together, I never cared for that kind of stuff, so I just never kept it with it.
Oh, Darth Primus said that Mongol-looking villain is called Massacre.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, thank you. The cape is removable. I still have all my comics, and I just was like, I'm not going to search that out right now. Yo.
So you never what is it about the animated series line you didn't want like interest you in any of that? Because it had some nice stuff.
Yeah. I just didn't like the look of Superman.
What?
Not for the show, but for the toy line. I just
Okay.
thought he looked kind of like blah. I don't know.
Plain, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they had to
Like,
insert Batman in there at some point.
yeah, I mean, so going into the Kenner Batman the Animated, like I
Let's
remember
go.
when it was announced, and I was like hyped for it because there was also Swamp Thing, which I had a ton of those. I had, and I think Toy Shiz did a whole review on those toys. It had like the swamp itself, which I had, and then Arcane and all the undead guys, and then it had various like gimmicky things for Swamp Thing, which I
I'm
loved it, and I should have kept because I had like 5 or 6 different versions of Swamp Thing, but there was the one with like the grapnel arm that looked like the traditional Swamp Thing.
I think believe it or not, dude, I had those figures and I think I have a video of me when I was a kid when I actually had that. But like one of
Yeah.
them was like it came loose because it had like a string dangling from it, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Like if you squeeze his legs, then it retracted into his
Yeah,
body. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That was the one that was probably the most like the standard figure. Yeah,
Get this
Josh,
one.
the Swamp Thing line was freaking phenomenal. And again, my mom got rid of a lot of stuff on me, like the Transformers and all that type of stuff. But getting rid of some of that stuff was like my doing. just because I was wanting new space for like all the stuff that I'm about to show. And I don't have to show everything. It's a lot. But
If you want, did you want to sell it, or was that?
yeah, I think like I wasn't really into Swamp Thing at that time. They had like an animated TV show to go whatever, you know what I was saying. Coincide with the toy line, which I loved. And then of course the movies, Ahsoka. And
I see.
so
Let's see it all.
so yeah. So let's just start with the OG.
Can I just show you real quick? Never mind. It's blurry as hell, dude.
What,
It's a
mine?
video. No, I'm talking
Yours.
about no,
Oh,
mine.
okay.
I had Jesus Christ. It's never mind. You guys can't really see it, but I had like that's me holding my Swamp Thing figure.
Post it.
Post it. All right.
Yeah, just post it to the gram, and then we'll see it.
But that is me holding Swamp Thing.
That's awesome. But yes, this bad boy.
There we go. The classic.
The combat belt Batman. He came in many, many flavors, and again, I have quite a lot. Like,
you know that one's still going for like mad bread, dude.
Are you serious?
The classic one?
And then there's like, so it's like basically the same figure.
Yeah. Here, let's do this. Let's
different colors.
Wide angle.
Yeah. So these I did keep the variants just because, like, you know, I don't know. I kind of liked the stuff that it came with, like this shot, that type of thing.
What's up, Jeff?
Sorry guys, I'm like all over the place.
Ahsoka said, "Geez, look how pristine Rob keeps his stuff."
This actually yellowed, believe it or not, but the figure's fine. I'll bust this one out because I like. This was one of my favorites. Because one, he had like this apparatus type thing, and two, he had like, so like I took the cape off and put this on him. Watch it scratch the paint and then piss me off. Okay,
he's about to lose it on air, guys.
So then he had like this thruster, like almost rocket pack.
This is the Rocketeer Batman, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
it's heavily inspired.
But dude, I thought it was so cool. I mean, it was nothing like the cartoon, but it was so fun. Yeah, we're all good.
Did you check the paint afterwards?
I did, as I was pulling it off. Oh man. But yeah,
you don't have to if you don't want to, but I don't want you to mess up your fingers.
No, it's all good. I'm trying to find the blister thing. Okay. I'm gonna have to clean this up when I'm like all done. But I'm just trying. I know I have like first wave, second wave somewhere, but I just wanted to go through some of these. Just another variant.
What is this?
Like, I think this was like a winter type one. If I remember correctly, I don't know where it's at, but I did have like it was kind of like a snowmobile type, like winter thing, Arctic thing.
Arctic bats.
Yeah. Here we had, so like look at that.
Toys R Us, $5.99. Yeah. That's how much Rob's selling this today on the live stream.
So then what Kenner did was they took the bat, like this is
the one the head
figure.
Sculpt.
Yeah, that's all they did, and the colors, because
Josh said don't dent those bubbles, Rob.
Yeah, don't dent those bubbles.
Thanks, Ahsoka.
So
extreme snowboarding Batman.
So they use the same body, which this body does not look like an animated Robin.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing, just different head.
Yeah, brighter colors, and he looks like, I always thought he kind of looked like Bert. Like he looks just like weird.
He does, but for the hair, I remember because I had a different variation where he had like a harness on, but I think for the time, the way they sculpted the hair looked very true to the animated series.
Yeah, that for sure. And then he came with like this hang glider thing, and there goes Aquaman.
The superpowers one.
Yeah. Okay. So so then We also got a quick change Bruce Wayne, which I always hated this suit, just because I wanted like the traditional trench coat thing. But this one was a lot better than the Michael Keaton one. I think it fit better because, as you know, like fitting that mask over top of his head was like
Six Flags Batman.
I'm like,
We're
am I
gonna
gonna
meet
get it? Yeah, right. But this one wasn't as bad because it just slipped down right on top, and then you just
Oh,
like
and like
put
the
it.
eyes are whited out, just like the animated series, so it's
Yeah,
like not as.
yeah. So like you put this armor on him, like so, and then you put the legs and the thing, and then you put the head.
Wow, they got their money's worth out of that helmet or that mask and cape combo, dude.
Yeah, right. So
How does the head look on that animated series one though? Is it okay? Like it looks like the. Oh yeah, see, it looks like.
yeah, my cats are like trying to walk all over my stuff. I'm trying to think where I want to go with this next. I'll show you. I think wave 1. I think is.
So you have all of Wave One for
I do.
animated series.
So like,
Was Freeze part of Wave One now?
and then I
Is that-
have.
Oh, Two Face.
And what I never liked about this Two-Face was that they used blue instead of white
Oh,
for
so
his
that's
like.
not fainted over time, or that's
No,
actually
that's
okay.
exactly how it looked when it came out. He did come with like this medallion that's on there. That's kind of weird. I don't. I feel
That's from
like
the unseen episode, I guess.
I think like it was. I think they used it in Robin Hood, and I just think that they wanted to reuse it for some reason. But like, check out the face paint.
Yeah, they even have like the dots on his face painted, right?
Yeah,
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 cool.
it's crazy.
I'm sure if I go through everything I have in the back of this Mr. Freeze box, I'm sure you have it. Do you have Clayface? Let's play bingo.
Yeah, Clayface. Okay, I got Clayface.
No. Yeah, that's pretty good though. Still.
Yeah. I have.
Is that a reuse of the movie one? No.
No, this one actually
They
looks
changed-
like the animated, which kind of looks like Danny DeVito. It had a cloth like
Whoa. Yeah, it's like who's
oversized, but you know, A for effort, I guess.
right. Jeff's asking if you have. He does have a Mask of the Phantasm figures.
Yes, I was going to get to that because I was trying to get through.
Sequential order here.
I don't know if I'm going in order, but
No, you good. Ooh, Killer Croc.
yeah, Killer Croc.
Did it bother you when Bane kicked his ass in that one episode?
No. Although I did love, you know, even though I'm jumping ahead, Bane came later, but
That's a nice Bane still.
yeah,
And
I like
if
it. And it works with the superpowers type stuff because like Let's Toy goes for it. I have some like stuff on it, but it's all good.
And if anyone got the DC Direct one they came out with, that thing looks true to like that too, man.
Yeah, I have that
I'm
one.
sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have that one too.
I always thought this one was really cool.
Man Bat, yeah.
Yeah, Man Bat. And that says $5.99. So okay,
So he's off everything off, starting at $5.99, guys.
Yeah. So I'll just get into this real quick. They did have deluxe figures.
Mm-hmm.
This one again is basically a reuse of the one that you just saw with the harness.
The harness, yeah.
But it came with. Let me see if I can fold this up. It had a different flight thing. I think.
Does it pop out?
That.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So you get a little more for your money.
Yeah. This was also $5.99.
No, this was I think maybe $10.99. I'll have to find.
Did you get a majority of these at Kmart when he used to work there?
No. This was some of these I think were before I worked at Kmart because I think Batman the Animated I believe came out in 92.
Yeah.
92 or 93. So I didn't start working until I was Well, my first job was when I was 15 washing dishes, but I want to say Kmart, I was 16, and that would have been 94.
Mhm.
So,
Josh says he said nice wings. Yeah, those wings are nice. I know
yeah,
Josh. I don't know if you caught some of his streams. He says he's trying to work on a customizing like modern ones to like replicate like the retro stuff. So he wants to do stuff like
yeah,
that. That'd
yeah.
be wild to see. That's
Um,
cool.
and yeah, Mr. Freeze.
It's the one I got still on card.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool figure.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
debating on opening this or not. I think I might just keep it on ice. See what I
I
did
would
there?
keep it on. Yeah, I would keep it on ice. So his first appearance in Batman, he didn't have the straw hair, but if you remember the ones after he did, so
Yeah, because he was like skinny in the like he had like a thinner head in the original.
he didn't have the hair. So and again, I think I could be wrong. No, maybe I was thinking that the crow was a reuse from Silverhawks, but I don't think it is because I don't recognize that bird from Silverhawk.
Can you confirm or deny this, dude? He said.
Rob probably got hit on at Kmart. No.
Can you
Uh,
show me where the blue light specials at?
no, I had long hair at the time, so like I had a Kmart had made me have to put it in a ponytail, and from behind,
Really?
I'm pretty thin guy, and people would come up and be like, "Excuse me, miss," and I turn around and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry,"
Is that one
and
repeat it came
and then they have the
little gear on the back and it spins?
yeah for the yeah
So sure.
yeah. Um. Oh, the main
So,
man.
wait, hold on. Wait, I'm looking at the back of the box. I'm trying to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You pretty much have all of these, man. I haven't even asked you about the vehicles yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm just gonna put them there. Here, let me grab these.
Wait, can
So
I ask you something? For Mr. Freeze, did you ever fill it up with water, dude?
I did,
You did?
yeah, once I think,
Yeah.
and then I never did it again. This one was a cool figure. I always liked Edward. Nigma. And then
Catwoman, which I think they're just reusing the Batman Returns one, right? And I think the whip.
It is close. It's the same body, but it
Mhm.
doesn't have the stitch lines. So I think they used the body as the same mold, but they took away like they made
Stitching.
it, yeah, the stitching, and then changed they added the belt and so forth. This is what they should have done with the variants for that McFarlane Catwoman. They should have added the belt and take the hair away and stuff.
Did you get the variant?
No, I don't plan on it either. I don't. And then
I don't.
here's camouflage winged Batman.
I think that.
This
Wait, can I see that real quick? Is that the one where he wears that thing like the suit?
it
Like
yeah, it like drapes around him. Yeah, and then it opens up.
okay. Yeah.
And then I had parachute Batman, which opens up, which I'm not opening up because it's a pain in the ass.
Wait, it's like a cloth that just retracts out.
No, it's like one of those foil balloon
Oh
type,
yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, you have to open it up.
like the GI Joe stuff. So then from there we'll go into vehicles real quick because there's two specifically.
Specifically.
There's the
There we go. Here, let's go widescreen. You dude. Here we go.
This is the first one, the original. Again, I didn't put the stickers on everything. They wanted the Batmobile or the Bat symbol.
Oh no! Yeah,
yeah. They did many versions of this. They had it in black. I think they had it in camo and whatever. These things pop out, so it's like,
oh, dude, like one of those Roman chariots, like knocking out.
Yeah. And then you obviously one seater. in here. But the one thing that was kind of cool about this was it was like 2 vehicles in one.
Wait, why? You could pull it out?
Yeah, hold on, my cat's trying to eat Aquaman. I'm trying to remember how it comes out. Does it come out like this? Those in the chat, if you have this, I don't remember.
So still looks awesome.
I haven't pulled it out. I haven't pulled it out in quite a time.
For those of you tuning in, just Josh says those stickers aren't canon. Yeah, they're not.
Hold on. I will.
You want me to use Google real quick? Yeah, take this.
Trying to see. I think it. There we go. Okay, so you pull it out, and it becomes like this flying sled thing. And it's like hollow in there. So like he's sitting in here.
Damn. So I don't think he didn't do that in the show, right? But
no, and then the wings fold up, and then you just insert it.
Dude, that's still a cool gimmick.
Yeah. So that's that, and then we got.
It used to just pull the Batwing.
The Batwing, yeah, and then it had like this arm.
What's underneath? Oh, it's like a little claw. Who's this to get Joker?
Yeah, and then you have like the missiles and that you fire. Again, I didn't put those stickers on. Sorry, I just I don't like adding stickers like that because it's not how it looked in the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that either, dude. I wouldn't have put the stickers on there.
And then what we were talking about comes full circle. We had boom.
There he is.
Yeah, like I really think that the way that they should have done this, instead of having it like sculpted legs and then he just kind of like
yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, I think they should have just had like him pre-posed.
Yeah,
and then just like put on so you could still like show this.
If you lift the cape up, homeboy's got some like donk, dude. I remember as a kid, I was like, "Yo, what's going on here?"
It's like, what is going on?
Because I didn't have a plain Batman. That was my only one. Was one on the Batcycle.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I always had like the variant ones.
Okay, so the one. No, stop. Sorry, my cat is like starting to bite everything. The one thing I didn't like about like even the combat belt, I'm trying to find it where I put it here. Where did I put it? Anyway, it was more like blue than gray. And I always thought it should be just straight up blue, or sorry, gray. Joker, and again, his face is like this minty greenish blue, which I never liked. They should have just did white. I don't know why, but I like the gas mask and stuff. I thought that was always cool.
Fun fact, that one was my first animated series toy. My dad got it for me from, I'm about to date myself, from Ames. He got me that from Ames, and then like we did the gimmick with the water and you spray that was my favorite figure growing up.
Yeah, that was a pretty dope one. Then we got into like this other sets, like so they started doing quick changes better.
Okay. So they had a pre-sculpted like face too to go with it.
Yeah. So this one's different because like
I guess that's right. They did that for the animated series Superman. They gave him a pre-posed top and then just his head pushes down.
Yep.
So yeah, that's better.
Yeah, and then you just take this off and then boom. So much better. Of course, like it's in red, like, you know, let's not
classic color.
Yeah, let's not put it in the blue. Am I rushing things, guys? Like, I don't know.
No, you're good, dude. I was gonna say I had a quick change Bruce from the Batman Beyond movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't a plain, it was like an orange trench coat. And I was like, he never wore this, dude.
Yeah. Another quick deluxe. This was kind of like a Sky Commandos. So like you suction cup it and then so he like goes across this thread, like from canyon
Oh
to
yeah.
canyon type thing.
Yeah.
But
Is
yeah,
that all black?
his suit's like black with some like
Oh,
mint
green. Yeah.
green. Yeah, like they love to reuse the sculpt, which I get it. Then here's like ninja style, I think Batman
Are they supposed to be like daggers? Like,
or like
the suicide?
Did you say shurikens or shir? How do
I'm
you
the
the
wrong
throwing
person.
stars?
I don't-
It's like
Throwing stars. There you go.
throwing stars. Yeah. Um, shurikens or shurikens. Then there was. I remember I got this when I was uh, going on vacation. So like we always got like a little gift when we were going on vacation just to appease us like in the car for like 8 hours or so.
Yeah.
So I got this right as Superman was returning from the dead, right? So like he just became Superman, like the story finished, and this was Ninja
Yeah,
Robin.
that's the one I had, dude. I had that one with the little harness thing.
Yeah, I never liked that like the harness. Then they also had a quick change Dick.
Without the mask, he really looks derpy, dude.
Yeah, he's he's got a DG on his shirt.
So wait, how does this work? Like, is there a mask you put over his face? Because his head's
Yeah.
not gonna ever.
In fact,
You don't
I
have to
think
take
I
it out if you
have.
want.
No, I have another one here. I'm gonna take a walk because I have it.
Sure.
Another one sitting because I found two. For some reason, I had two. And my cat is biting this cord. It's great.
Whoa, that's.
So it's
Can you make that your profile picture?
yeah, right.
Is
Hey
that...
Ahsoka, look at my little dick.
Look at the hat. Yeah, it's like. Oh man, they tried.
He looks like a Archie like comic. Okay, so you have like this piece
Yeah.
that's attached, and it just slips down over. So yeah,
Dude, it's like, I mean, it's. I shouldn't say. Ahsoka loves these. Says, man, I love that figure. I'm gonna see
it's
how much
fun.
this costs on eBay. I kind of want it just to put as like.
It probably doesn't like. It's probably not worth much.
You know what that
Okay.
is? That's like if you make a Robin mask at home. It's just
Yeah.
like one size too big.
Stop. You bite this cord. Cats are being. They
As
usually aren't this bad. They're usually fun-loving little girls, but
it's because
not
we
today.
scattered it with all Kenner toys.
Yeah. Well, I don't care if she bites the extension cord. It's just like my mic cord. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So you guys asked about
Mask
the
of the
yeah.
Phantasm.
One last one before we get to the mask of Phantasm.
Okay.
I always thought this one was kind of cool. It was like a purple. And it was like this like medieval-ish kind of armor, but
Ooh,
it kind of
medieval
like
Batman. It's like
well, it's
Gladiator Batman.
not really. Yeah, it's more gladiator, I guess, because like this he has like this
Oh, the helmet.
yeah.
He's gonna go jousting with Joker right after.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a welder. Yeah. He's like...
Oh yeah, for sure. And then there's like he's got a shield and this big ass like batarang.
Damn.
But yeah, these pieces come off, and then he's like this pearl, like purple, like this shiny purple metallic underneath.
I wonder
So-
if at Kenner they were just like, what colors have we not used yet?
Exactly.
Just like
I
spun the
honestly
wheel.
think that's what they did.
What do we have excess color of? Throw them on purple.
Yeah. So then I got the movie Joker.
Which is still kind of rocking the bluish Casper.
Yeah.
thing.
But I liked that he came with his rocket pack and his helmet.
With
because
the
like
helmet fits on him?
yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, those on this box.
Yeah, it's it's like a soft plastic. Um, I haven't put it on him in like so long. There.
So this quick change for your favorite games. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like one of
So
the Wright brothers.
yeah, exactly.
I miss the noir types of like the old animated series.
Yeah, for sure. And then we got the Phantasm.
Here we go.
So that was kind of cool. My dad ruined it
Wow.
in the movie. So we were watching the movie for the first time. And my dad leans over and he goes, "I bet you that's a girl." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I bet you that's a girl." I'm like, "How?" And he's like, "Look at how she walks, and look at her." And I'm like, "Dad." And then when it was like revealed, I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
What did he look like? Nudge you in the arm? Like, huh?
Yeah, he was like, "Told you." Like,
And that,
dad
ladies and
ruined
gentlemen,
it.
how Rob's movie got ruined.
Can't watch anything with dad. It spoils everything.
I mean, at least your dad watched it with you. I took my dad to go see like Digimon. He was snoring in the back of the
Oh no.
theater.
No, that was my mom when she took us to see the premiere night of the original Ninja Turtles in 1990, I think it was. Because it was on our birthday. Like it came out in like what March 30th, and my birthday's the 29th, and my brother's is the 31st. So it was like our birthday treat. So we're in
Damn,
like
dude.
downtown Lancaster, and sea of kids everywhere, right? And there's my mom snoring like right beside us.
We needed a realistic Phantasm of the DC multiverse line. Yeah.
That would be sweet. And then this was one of my favorites because it
Whoa,
was like,
the emblem's different.
yeah, the emblem. It was the first time we got the
Was it like that in the movie?
yeah. It was
Really?
for the flashback scene.
Okay, okay. Because the last time, here's my nerdiness. I remember seeing that in the animated series was the origin of Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Um, I think I don't know if it was the first time we got this. It was the first figure that we got where it was
With the
the pouches and that. And then his arm does unfortunately spin as well.
I thought there were capsules, not.
It just is like, why do you do that? It's
Yeah.
such a perfect fit. And I like the longer ears too.
You like the cowl being.
Yeah. Well, for this one I did. I always thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, this figure is one of my favorites from the line for sure. Then it did some like as it was going on, it started doing some weird stuff, like the crime scene,
Oh, with like
Batman
little like
type stuff. Oh,
magnifying glass and stuff.
yeah. Before I go into that, I did have. I'm destroying everything now. Soka's probably loving this. Okay, so I never did open this. I don't know why. I just was like, you know what? I'm just not going to open this.
Was that a bonsai tree?
I don't know.
Hey, look who
But-
it is. What's up,
but yeah.
Brad? G'day, buds.
So yeah, this was the one figure for some reason I just never opened.
Why? Wait, you just had no interest in opening that, or?
I think it's because I'll go into these real quick before I go into the crime scene ones. So Toys R Us started doing like these collection packs, and I think it was how we got. I don't know.
Hasbro. Oh, okay. They
Is this
just reused them.
Hasbro?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Hasbro. Okay, so some of them are a Kenner. That one's this one's Kenner. Which
So here, let's wide angle you right here.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh, the silver bat suit. Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah. So like it was like in the transition time, like when it was like going into Hasbro. And some of these showed up as like
Is that Alfred? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So I wanted it for Alfred.
Vanilla Clayface.
Yeah. So these are basically just repaints, and this is a kind of a good way of what they should do
Yeah.
with repaints is like exclusives, not
And
like
you're
what.
gonna and you're gonna open them right now.
Oh, these have
No,
been
I'm just-
opened. But like they all came with like one figure that you didn't have before, like the ventriloquist.
Yo, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So
And then this one, okay, so like they transitioned to the Batman animated adventures. So like remember Croc was
gray, and then he became
green and it became green. So
yeah.
like this is the Hasbro set. So there's that, and they have the quick change. And then look, we actually had a gray suit because I think they did have a orange suit.
Mhm.
I didn't get the orange suit because I thought it was hideous. But there's that.
Six says awesome sets.
Yeah, and then
Brad said he asked, "Is that bacon on Alfred's tray?"
yeah, I think so. And then so they did have like a Ra's al Ghul, but he was kind of like in like a fight armor type thing. I like this one because it was like his traditional trench coat or his cloak, and
Yeah.
then of course Talia, which is right there.
So they would package these up, but put like one figure that hasn't been released yet, or two.
Yeah, like
That's
so,
really
like it would say like Talia first edition, like So
this is from
that's why I
Hasbro's
like.
time, though, right? It's
Some of these is Kenner. Some of them have say Hasbro on the back. This one says
Mhm.
Hasbro because this was again like the newer style, which
yeah,
I'll get into. But it
slimmer
did,
Jim Gordon. Yeah, he's much
yeah, it did
skinnier.
come with the Jim Gordon, which I liked. So because I didn't have a Jim Gordon, and it says first appearance of Jim Gordon right there. But going into that, before we go into the new adventures, the crime scene ones, like,
Dude, this.
do you remember these were hideous? They were like the techno suit type
Yeah,
ones.
but I like the accessory clip-ons they had. It's like
Yeah, I mean they were fine. It's just like I didn't buy too many of those just because like I was probably getting into art school at that time, and I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I could save my money and stuff. I think I got that one, and I think I got this Robin. I think that's all I got from that.
oh, okay.
But then we moved into like Hasbro kind of took over or morphed, bought out Kenner. Somebody in the chat, please help me out because I don't remember exactly what happened.
Yes, Hasbro was the parent company. I did my research before.
Yeah.
After 2000, then I think Hasbro took over and they reused some of those molds.
Oh yeah.
You said Simpsons Cloud Batman.
Yeah. So then we got the Crime Solver Batman animated.
What's a classic
adventure.
suit?
Yeah, that's the classic suit, but it has a hole in it in the cape,
no.
so that you can put this thing on it and shoot.
They butchered it.
But what I did was, I have one here.
Thanks, Jeff. He confirmed Hasbro bought Kenner.
I think one of these suits came with a lighter gray. Oh, this one does have a hole too. But I like the lighter gray compared to like this gray.
The dark one we saw.
Yeah. I just thought it looked nicer.
No, out of curiosity, which suit did you prefer, dude? The one from the original animated series, the New Adventures?
I prefer the New Adventures design for
No,
almost everything.
dude, are you serious?
Yeah. In fact, I mean,
you're tripping, man.
I have like everything. Now, granted, I just think it was like a cleaner aesthetic, and I liked the Superman cartoon. I loved the Superman cartoon. Like the first three, that first storyline with Brainiac was phenomenal. Still one of the best animation pieces in my opinion. And I loved when Superman and Batman got together, and like it just worked. I thought
the styles matched.
Yeah, the styles meshed, and I thought it was fantastic. And I loved this guy.
Man.
In fact,
Such
to
a
this
hot
day,
take, dude.
I prefer. Let me close this. I prefer this.
No,
Freeze.
you are. This was the better freeze, dude.
No, in my
You're
opinion,
tripping.
this was my favorite freeze because the spider thing was so dope, in my opinion.
All right, guys in the chat, let us know. Do we like the original animated series or the new one? Because you like that, like he came off of the helmet, like the helmet was just
Yeah, you can do it with this figure. Yeah,
like a Futurama thing.
yeah, I loved
Oh,
that. Um,
where's the appreciation for the classic, man? Come on.
I have no appreciation for classics. And then, and then I have some of these out here.
Okay, so Jeff said New Adventures of Mr. Freeze is the best Mr. Freeze. No, dude. Brad,
And
all right, right on.
long
Thanks,
hair.
Brad. Original Batsy agrees, new one. Come on.
You guys.
Yeah, the mullet. Was that Nightwing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had the stylized Joker.
Okay.
I personally love this Joker more than the Mark Hamill. Well, Mark Hamill voiced this one too, but
You are you think that Joker
I like the clean lines. It was
blacked out eyes, dude.
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, Rob, you're hurting me right now.
And then from there, I think we got through most of it. And then Mattel took over at that point, and then we got like figures like Catwoman and Batgirl. And
thank you, Josh. Original Freeze, Brad's original Joker. Ahsoka's with you. He likes the.
And then there was one
Original
last
Joker.
piece that I didn't show. And this was for it had the Arkham background.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool actually. What? So this was Mattel.
No, I think this was still Kenner.
has
It says
okay.
Kenner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still need that Arkham piece in the back, or?
Well, it's part of the set, man.
It has no value if you take it out of the set.
It has value to me.
No, I'm talking about if I can have it. That's why I was like,
dude, buy your own.
Original, all of them. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I love the originals, but like
you really like the clean art style. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all Bruce Timm.
I do love the storylines of the originals because the Clayface episodes, the Feet of Clay, and the Heart of Ice with Mr. Freeze, it was like some of the best stuff. Mm-hmm. But I loved Over the Edge in the New Adventures, and some of that stuff was just phenomenal.
The only one that I liked was it was the story of Dick Grayson becoming Nightwing.
Yeah, that one was good. There was also a comic at the time. It was a 4-issue miniseries. I think it was called like The Lost Years, and it showed like him becoming Nightwing and how that turned out.
Yeah, so we were like cheated of that, man.
Yeah, it was a good filling in the gap of that. So
Jeff was asking, do you still want that Arkham thing?
I do.
Ahsoka asked, were Mattel figures the same scale as Hasbro?
Yes,
they were.
So yeah, because
okay, that's good to know, Josh. He said the Arkham set's easy to get off eBay. All right, I'm probably just gonna go on eBay then.
Because here's a Mattel. Here's a Mattel Batman. As I drop Superman.
That's the cloth cape, right? No.
Yeah, that's a cloth cape. So that's a Mattel Batman, and this is technically Hasbro, but not Kenner. But it's
okay. I was going to say, did they copy the same molds, but they just made them a little bit more defined in the muscles?
Yeah, the face isn't as nice, I don't think.
Oh, here, sorry, dude. Let's get you in widescreen. Wait, you lift it up now. Lift it up a little bit more, dude. Oh. There you go. Oh yeah, okay. The
Hasbro,
head looks a little.
Or Mattel and Hasbro.
Mattel looks more smushed on the head.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the walk down memory lane. An hour and a half of showing toys off.
I thank you for carrying, because I only had one today, but I have to backtrack though.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that I display, to be honest, are the I don't know where they went. Are these guys the New Adventures?
Oh, not even the.
Oh,
The animated series ones?
No, I don't display those. I think they're just, for me, it's like, one, they're probably they're much more valuable and whatever. But this right here, you might want to go to
The
my
New Adventures
New
Batmobile?
Adventures Batmobile. Still my favorite Batmobile of all time.
That's why you said the live action one of Keaton's was your favorite. This is your favorite animated Batmobile?
Just my favorite Batmobile of all time.
What?
Of all time.
Oh man, over the
Look
other
how
one?
beautiful that is.
Yeah, it's nice, but
look how streamlined that is.
Now how many does it seat? If it's 2, then it wins.
2.
All right, fine. Yeah, it wins.
Front to back, but 2.
All right.
And then you push this and that.
There's the guns there.
Yeah. But like, if I gotta push this back, push that there. If McFarlane made this, or DC Direct made this, dang, like in that scale, that 7-inch scale.
Yeah, that'd be your ultimate Batmobile.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Now, just out of curiosity, what is it? Just the aesthetics of it, like how clean it looks.
It looks very similar to the '89. Like it has that Stingray sleekness, but it's not as long, and it looks like an actual car. Like it could be, like it looks like a fast car, as opposed to like.
It's not like an elongated flat like.
This is just like, I mean, it's beautiful, but it's pretty long for a car, right? Like that hood, that it's just really long. I mean, it looks great at certain angles, like that and stuff. But I mean, I know this isn't the same scale, but like this just looks like a rocket ship. Like it just looks.
I do like the clean sides of it. That's the one thing that stands out to me. But
and like when you compare, even the animated Batmobile, I mean, as classic as it is, it's a freaking long ass car, man. Like, look at that front end is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
but
I would not want to take turns in that thing.
Whereas
this, you could be like turning, and I don't know.
No, I think a lot of people agree. You said I love that Batmobile too. That is beauty. Yeah. And then Brad said that bad boy's hanging on my family room wall. Love
Which
it. Great
one?
Streamline design. The one you just held. Your favorite one. The New Adventures Batmobile. I didn't put the stickers on that either. Says Darth Primus.
Yeah, it would have ruined it.
Said someone did a 1-to-1 of that.
I did see that. I gotta
buy
that. Yeah, right.
Keaton's looks like a drag racer.
Yeah, it does. And I didn't buy. I know someone I saw recently has like the one from the Returns where it splits apart. I never liked that one because it's wider than that one, because that way they split off and it becomes like a dragster, and it's just so long and narrow. It's like a train at that point.
You didn't like that scene because it got through the building, man. I love that.
I didn't.
I had the Hot Wheels version.
I didn't like that. Yeah. No. No, I did like Mr. Freeze. I like both versions of Mr. Freeze, but I just kind of like that other one.
No, I get it. You like the clean animation style of it, because even admittedly the animated series had like different variations going on throughout the series. It was never really consistent in some episodes, but
yeah,
that's just holds a place in my heart.
Yeah. No, I get it. Oh, I do want to show, because so when the New Adventures were starting to come out is when I started to really start collecting as a young adult or art school kid.
Meaning, kept them in the box.
I bought 2
Mission Masters. Oh, no, what is this one?
These are the original, like
the crime solvers.
These are the original, like Batman the Animated Adventures ones. The only one I think I didn't get was Mad Hatter, but I never liked the Mad Hatter, to be honest. I always thought he was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of his either.
And then
Nightwing. Yeah, I regret.
Yeah, apparently I have 2 crime solvers of Batmans, but I only have 1. I didn't buy an extra set of Joker. That's kind of crazy. So I have 2 in the box. I guess I thought that these were going to be worth something at some point, and they probably aren't. But
I don't know. We will check eBay at some point. Thanks for joining us, Ahsoka. Said gotta bounce. Love you guys.
later, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. I do have boards and stuff, like,
Did you
but
have the
not.
Bat Cave? Someone asked earlier about Bat Caves. I think it was Jeff.
Yeah, I
Did,
have. Like I said, I have the Wayne Manor Bat Cave. That came with the. I think it came out during Batman Returns.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's in the back. I will try to dig it out someday and take photos of it. But yeah, I keep
Except
like
TCP toys.
this stuff sometimes. Like, you know,
The cards.
the cards. Like, do you remember like this?
Yes. That one had like a flash gimmick. You hit something in the back and it like flashes on his chest, I think.
Yeah, like I have these somewhere.
Do you
That
collect the modern retro cards then that Hasbro released?
no, no.
No.
I had like tons of X-Men though. Like, I think I did a post
Wait a
at
minute.
one
Rob
point.
collects Marvel figures? Not.
I did back in the day. Cable, look at that. And then I had like the Justice League.
Oh, that's
Stuff.
from the animated. Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, like this Crime Solver, and this is what the card looks like for that.
The Arkham one.
The Arkham one, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and I didn't get this one. I kind of wish I would have, because I think it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll hunt it down.
That one with the wings?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like how he did that in the cartoon.
Yeah, he did do that. I forgot. He had like a helmet on too.
Yeah, and then I have these Total Justice ones.
Batsy41 says, speaking of, what do you think the price of that nowadays, these figures go for? The Batman Animated Series one goes for, what's Biku box? What is that?
Goes for buku bucks.
Oh, Buku's my bad. I can't pronounce it. Carnage. Yo, those came with pins too. That was the cool thing about those toys.
I did have this at some point.
Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I'm just
no,
on it.
No, it's cool. Since we're doing this, okay, which was your favorite Batman from that era? Keaton, Kilmer, or Clooney?
Without a doubt, Keaton.
Okay.
Then Kilmer, then Clooney. Though I still think Clooney would have made a great Batman had the story been correct.
Come on, man. Well, okay.
I think the suit looked good. Like, I thought like Val's suit looked great. If he had the yellow belt, I think it would have been phenomenal.
Did you collect any of the movie toys from Kenner? No.
No. I didn't collect those movie figures just because I didn't really like the movie as much as like the '89.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so only some Batman Forever figures you copped, and then none from Batman and Robin.
Right. I think I did get the movie Bane, but that was it, and I don't even have him anymore. So
shows how much you really like them. I had Arnold's Mr. Freeze, and that was it. But
I hated that Freeze. Like, I thought it was such a bad design.
Come on,
and then
man.
the acting was horrible.
What killed the dinosaurs?
I mean, I wasn't a kid at that point, so like I was an adult pretty much. Like, I wasn't, because that came out in '97, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was 19 at the time.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're like, no, I don't know that. TCP, we were talking strictly '90s Bales. I considered New Era, even though that was like 15 years ago now.
Yeah, I was
more than that.
An adult at that point.
Okay, so thanks for sharing the majority of this. But I was going to ask you, so you lived through the Kenner DC days and the Mattel. Which one would you say was your favorite era?
When I was a kid playing, I would definitely say the Dark Knight collection was probably my favorite.
So so Kenner over Mattel.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
At that point. And the superpowers. I wish I would have kept that stuff, but apparently I didn't. Can you hear my cats going crazy?
I hear a little bit, but it's fine.
It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, chill. The
Chill.
acting. I mean, I think it was a kids movie, and that was fine. Um, I didn't really care for it as much, but at the time, I did love the Power Rangers movie. I thought that was cool.
You're a Power Rangers fan?
I was. I had the toys. I got rid of them all, but yeah,
We're gonna have to
I was.
plan another live stream then, dude.
I mean, I don't
Uh,
have any of it, but yeah, I watched up until Turbo. In fact,
Same.
um,
When that little kid became a Ranger is when I stopped caring.
yeah.
I didn't like just
So Franklin and Marshall College, which is in Lancaster, which is where I grew up, I was working at a print shop across from the college, and I was friends with some of the people that were in there because I was, 19, 20, 21, and some of the kids in college invited me to go to parties on campus at Franklin Marshall, and it was like a higher end kind of campus. And so at one of the parties, I met Skull from the Power
Balkan
Rangers.
Skull. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a student at Franklin and Marshall College in Lancaster, Pennsylvania,
No
and
way.
yeah, and I got to hang out with him. Now, obviously, this was before, like I had a cell phone, but it was just one of those Nokia bricks, so I didn't have any way of taking photos or anything like that, But yeah, I would hang out with him and talk to him from time to time, so it was cool.
This is
And he would
crazy.
share he would share with me like some stories and stuff of being on set, and everybody thought Amy Jo Johnson was hot. So
Yeah. That was Skull was played by Jason Narvi, and I only know that because I kept watching the intros over and over again. But yeah,
they were one of
that's
my
cool.
favorite parts of the whole Power Rangers thing.
Balkan Skull.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah. So did you ever? I know this is countertop. But did you ever watch In Space? Like, did you? Because you could skip Turbo and go into In Space. Did you?
I think I might have watched one or two episodes because I wasn't Bulk and Skull in space at some
They,
point.
yeah, one that was Lost Galaxy, but at some point they came back. Yeah.
Yeah, I at that point I was like, I lost track and I just kind of stopped watching at that point. Though my kids like started watching when they were younger. We watched like they started with the Dino Charge, I
Oh, this is
think.
the JetX era from Disney,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
and I liked the Dino Charge era, and then we went back and watched. I think it was the Wildstorm. Was it Wildcat?
It was
Something Cat.
Wildstorm. Yeah.
Wildstorm. I liked that too. But then we went back and watched the originals up until Turbo, and then they kind of lost interest, and I lost interest, so we never got to go through the whole thing again.
Um, yeah, we do need a Lightning Collection Balkan Skull cop it. Balkan Skull was in Power Rangers Samurai. Wow, they came back.
Wow.
I said, "What the fuck are Power Rangers?"
Yeah.
All right.
And
God,
it was just funny because I was into like at first I was like, this is like a Voltron ripoff. Like that's to me what Power Rangers were. For those who were young enough to remember Voltron, and they brought Voltron back later. Um, uh, but yeah, I thought it was cool, and it was the '90s. A lot of art kids in my school, including myself, were into like weird stuff. So like we'd have like these alternative kids that were watching Sesame Street and wore, Sesame Street shirts and stuff, and I was wearing Power Ranger shirts and stuff. So it was just one of the times.
yeah. And then now everything's popular with it now. Man,
Exactly.
we got picked on so people now can enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you for, like I said, joining me and showcasing all your Kenner stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
oh, good.
I was just gonna say, like, is this something like people would like to see? Like, would people want to see? Because I used to photograph my vintage stuff like way early on in my like photography career on Instagram. I don't as much anymore, but if you guys are interested, maybe I'll like photograph some stuff. So,
I think the vehicles, honestly, man, because I feel like vehicles over the past year has been like a hot topic.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, they're cool.
just
I mean, they're sometimes a little challenging to light, but yeah, especially like the you got to get the dust. I mean, it collects like the dust and stuff,
yeah.
so I got to wipe it down, all that.
Jeff said, yeah, people will see vintage toys, and Josh said, yeah, Rep, shoot those classics. Yeah,
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
I do have some Disney stuff. Yes, my wife. In fact, I had some Disney stuff, and it was taking up part of my collection down here. So I got a DTOF, and we put it in our bedroom so that she could enjoy the Disney figures in our room, so she doesn't have to come down here and just like look at them and stuff. But I have like the Mickey Mouse, like
You got the
what
Super
is it,
Seven stuff.
the Robotech. Yeah, I have some Super 7 stuff. Like her favorite thing is Robin Hood, so we got the Robin Hood,
Yeah,
Prince John and Robin Hood. And in fact, I got two, so one could be like Robin Hood and one could be like the stork type thing. Um,
Albie has a bunch of those too. He's got the Robin Hood also.
yeah, and then I have which I don't think I ever took photos of. I think I have Pinocchio. Um, and I want to get some more, but I want them to redo more like from the Robin Hood stuff because I think that, I mean, I feel like Disney misses out on the boys. They do a lot of princess stuff, so like Robin Hood was definitely one of the things that they could do that was like boy based and cars. Yeah,
Yeah.
my kids collected cars. We had so much. I we sold them at a yard sale. I think last year we had like Tupperwares full of like cars, and we had the planes as well. I loved planes as just as much.
I got a funny story about those cars. So, like, did you guys have like the Hot Wheels or whatever that was that came out?
The Mattel diecast.
Yeah. So I used to work at KB Toys in high school, and my manager would like cop them and sell them on eBay. I wasn't hip to any of this. I was like, why does she keep taking all the cars? She's like, oh, she
Yeah,
sells it on eBay. I was like, let me just take one for myself then. And I come back,
yeah,
it's gone. She took all of them. Yeah.
yeah. Super 7 needs
Peter
yeah,
Pan, should have to take one.
Peter Pan for sure. That would
Albert,
be great.
Albert, yeah,
Yeah,
more
because
Robin
then you
Hood.
could get Tinkerbell and stuff in there too. But yeah, Little John, um, Maid Marian, and like all those guys.
Yeah. Well, mine would just be Hercules. I don't really have a deep cut for Disney films, but
Well, my favorite Disney film of all time is still Little Mermaid. I love that one. It's also the redhead. So
I
yeah,
got you. And on that note, thank you for showing. No, but again, thank you again, man. I appreciate you coming through. It's been a minute. We'll have to get you
yeah,
back on again so we can settle this debate between original and new adventures. But
yeah.
thank you again.
I'll take either, honestly, but yeah,
What is it? Bed knobs and broomsticks. That's you said Simba. But yeah, man.
yeah.
Thank you again. And like I said, it was interesting though that you picked Kenner over Mattel. I thought you would for sure were going to pick Mattel over for like in terms of DC. Like,
I mean, for this era, yeah, I would like for my childhood, I would definitely pick Kenner. Um, for my adult collecting, definitely like Mattel and even DC Direct. But like I'm now in my well into my 40s,
the
so
McFarlane
like
era.
the McFarlane era, yeah, that's gonna take me well into my 50s. So
Yeah.
it's just, it's creeping up. It's
So you're
creeping
saying
up.
there's a chance there could be a part two to this with Mattel?
Yeah, actually, yeah, because Mattel's like all back there, and then the Green Lantern and stuff. But yeah,
Sounds
I
good,
don't have
man.
as much as say like Brad or some other people with the Mattel line. I was very choosy with that. Like I couldn't collect everything because again, was having a house payment and stuff, and you know,
I understand that like adult responsibilities got in the way of collecting. Not
yeah,
joking.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
like when I first started dating, like I was collecting, but like waned it down a little bit.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but
but I mean, the good thing is you never sold off your toys because I was in the
well, I
mindset of
did. It's just not like,
not all of them.
yeah, I kept the ones that meant the most to me. So,
And that's cool. And it means a lot to me that you got to share it today, man.
thanks, man.
Yeah. And thanks to everyone in the chat that came through to join as well. Um, again, maybe a part two for Mattel.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for just sticking around this long. I guess it was what, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, almost is. And I mean, obviously everyone knows who you are, but if you catch a replay and don't know where to find you, where can they find you at, Rob?
Yeah. Instagram, Rob D Toys. I do have a YouTube channel, Rob Dunbar, Rob D Toys. I don't really reviews much on
The
there anymore.
cleanest videos, but from like 3 years
I
ago.
know. I'm so busy. Like I want to do reviews, but I just don't. I just don't have the time, and I'd rather take photos than video.
Yeah.
Um, but I get to hang with Brad and Ahsoka and do live streams. So that's what I use my YouTube channel for, and I love those guys. And I get to talk to all of these people here, like Josh and you know everyone here. I recognize some of these guys' names because we talk like on Instagram. So yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. And oh, by the way, when is the Infinite Hour?
Infinite Hour, we're gonna try to make it Wednesdays, I think, unless something comes up, then it's gonna be a Thursday. But it's every other Wednesday. So did we just have one last Wednesday? I can't or last Thursday. I can't
Yes,
remember. Brad, did we just have one? I
you
think
did.
I don't think it's this week. I think it's gonna be the next week.
All
So
right. Cool.
tune in next Wednesday, I think.
For must see TV. They'll
Yeah.
probably talk about Blue Beetle.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
a
He
lot
says,
to talk
yep.
about. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you again, everyone, for coming through. And thank
Yeah.
you again to the one, the only Rob D Toys. Have a good night, y'all.
Thanks.